Hello, everybody. Namaste. Happy Saturday. It's Synchronysta. I'm back. I missed you guys last week. I hope everybody is having a fabulous Saturday. I hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. And I hope that you brought some blessed water today to drink with me and your synchronicities from the last few weeks. And I hope you came ready to have a fun discussion. We're going to talk about a few different things today. So share this out if you can. The Akashic Academy. Hi Winston. Hi Rena. Yay! Welcome everybody. Princess Jewel. Welcome. Mona. Hi. Hey everybody. Happy Saturday. Hopefully I can keep up with the comments this week. Did y'all have any synchronicities this week that you wanted to share with me, or anything fun related to the pain gate theory that we discussed a few weeks back, where we were able to manifest, more pleasure in our life? Have we had a pleasurable couple weeks, you guys? I hope you have. Welcome everybody coming in. Hi Elmer, welcome. I wave back even though you can't see me. I see you, Winston. Hi, energetic wave. Welcome. So as you know, here on the Akashic Academy, I am Synchronysta. My name is Krista Higginbotham, and I am a pain catalyst consultant. So what I do is I help people locate the catalyst for the manifestation of their physical and emotional pain in their life. And I help walk them through a process of emotional energetic healing to rid that from their body so that they don't have that experience in their life anymore, and they can reach a homeostasis within their body. And I'm so passionate about this because this is something that I went through personally in my life, where I had to go through emotional healing to remove the catalyst of the density that was creating pain, chronic pain in my life. So we're here today to talk about dark matter. Ooh, mysterious. Now this is a very, very massive subject. So I'm going to touch on a few things and a few theories that I've come up with today. But I know that there are many theories out there. So I would love to hear everybody's ideas of what they think dark matter is. Have you heard of dark matter? You can't see it. That's why they call it dark. Hi, Katie. Your lifestyle is synchronicity. Awesome. Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Welcome. Hi, Richard. Hey, Kira, my love. How are you? Good to see you. I was talking to Kira about this yesterday. And we were getting all excited about it because there's so many rabbit holes you can go down with this stuff, you guys. So I'm going to try not to go down it too many rabbit holes today. Okay, hi. Hi, Sifu. Hello, Sifu. I'll have to show you my song called Dark Matter. Ooh, yes. I love your songs, Winston. They're so cool. Hey, Devindra. Devindra. Hi, welcome. Okay, so synchronicities. I've been seeing twos everywhere. 22. I've also been seeing a lot of dogs with their heads out the windows. I know that sounds kind of silly. I mean, it makes sense. The weather is cooling down and people are bringing their dogs out. But I swear I've seen this so many times in the last couple of weeks. And I think it's kind of a reminder of the universe telling me to just stick my head out the window and enjoy the ride, right? Sometimes we don't do that in life. We're so task oriented or focused, on the next task, that we don't enjoy the ride along the way. So I thought that was kind of a fun synchronicity that I got from the universe. And then the 22. That was so funny because 11, and then I was seeing 111, and then it was 22. And I'm like, okay, this is progressing. What does this mean? This is kind of interesting. And I know that Janelle had mentioned that this was an ascension number. So very exciting stuff if you guys have been seeing that. Rena, yes. 444, yes, I saw that also. And I was like, okay, am I just bringing this into my reality? Like, this is pretty amazing. Hey, Mike. Mike's my science inspiration as well. He's got a lot of the science knowledge. Hey, Melanie, 2233. 1234, 1234. Love it. All of these are like building on each other. I think that's so neat. I love rabbit with garlic sauce. You're funny, Richard. Rabbit holes. Oh, okay. I was like, where did that come from? Oh, it's hilarious. Karen. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Hi, William. How are you, dear? Okay. So now that you're all here, let's get started. Tell me your ideas. What is dark matter to you? What is it really? Like, what is it? We can't really define what it is because that's really the definition of dark matter. It's undefinable. So the visible universe that we see, including the Earth, the sun, the stars, the galaxies, our bodies, is all made of protons, neutrons, electrons bundled together into these little atoms, right? And we know that science now can look down their microscopic level. Their microscopes have enhanced, and they can look down in between these things, and what's in between them? Nothing. No actual, visible matter, vibration. Something's causing a vibration between them, right? When we look at it in the grand scale of things, the amount of actual matter that's visible in this whole universe is only 5%. So what we are, all of this dense physical stuff that we're seeing and feeling, is only 5% of what actually makes up the entire universe and all the solar systems. What is this other 95%? What is it? Okay, I'm going to see if you guys had any suggestions. Hi, Gemstone Angie. Hi, Gammond. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Karen. Oh, yes, all the numbers. Marianne, been seeing them all too. That's awesome. Synchronicities are the best because we know that the synchronicities that we're seeing are obviously meaningful coincidences. So we can take that as such a beautiful thing to live in awe of, right? To know that there's this communication system constantly around us. And maybe that is part of what consists of this dark matter, this matter that isn't tangible, right? Hi, Carrie, welcome. Gotta have negative to have positive, right? Hi, Jorge. Hey. Okay, so the standard lambda CDM model of cosmology, so the science version, is 4.5% ordinary matter, and everything else is this mystery stuff that's like holding us together or creating gravity. So gravity is a great example of an unseen force. So we know that gravity, is impacting us every day. That's how we weigh ourselves, right? Gravity is what's holding us down onto the earth. Gravity is what's holding all of our molecules and our atoms, in a sense, together. Gravity is the representation of a force that's more or less unseen, right? And so the more concentrated that something is in mass or in matter, the more gravitational pull that it has. So that's why the planets go around the sun, because they're being drawn to it, and on and on and on. Okay, so gravity is a perfect example of a force that we can't see, right? Of a matter that we can't see, but we know to be true and to be evident in our lives. And so this gravity, this whole concept of gravity, is actually part of how they discovered or created the theory of dark matter. Because if you use the basic model, like I was talking about, to calculate how the galaxies rotate, it doesn't actually make sense gravitationally. So if our galaxies in the universe are supposed to be pulled together more based on more mass, then all of the stars on the outside would actually not have enough mass within them to be pulled in like they are. They wouldn't be spinning at the same rate as all of the other planets and stars. In fact, their theory would mean that they would actually just scatter apart because there's not enough mass within them, and they're not close enough to something else with mass to actually be gravitationally pulled. So how is it that they're being held together? How is it that they're still rotating in our universe? The only thing that they can come up with, the powers that be, is that there's this invisible dark matter that's like anti-gravity, like a repulsion. So because gravity isn't holding them together, their theory is that this dark matter is doing the opposite. It's pushing them together. And that in actuality, the way that our universe is expanding at the rate that it's expanding without flying apart and flinging apart, that there is like a bubble around the universe that's holding us in, a repulsion that's actually pushing us back in, like a buoyant quantum fluctuation is what it's called. And so they discovered this based on just general math and, not general math, some very, very complicated math and very, very, complicated science behind how gravity works, because it kind of disproves gravity in a sense. And you're right, we can't disprove gravity, so we're going to add in dark matter. And this empty void of space, is it really empty? Is it really nothing? What is nothing but the potential for something, right? perhaps this energy, this matter, this force is more of like a potential energy, a hidden energy, like what created the Big Bang. You know, we know that there was an unseen force that all of a sudden just created this reality. Or if you don't believe in the Big Bang, you could go as far as to say that the world was created by word, by a vibration, by an unforeseen or unseen force that put all of this into motion. And the way that they describe it is it looks like it's actually ubiquitous to the entire galaxy. So it's going not only around the solar system, but through, right? There, through us even, through ourselves. So almost like a web or a fluid of matter that we still can't seem to view. And the reason why we can't see it is because it doesn't appear on the electromagnetic spectrum. So we can't shine a light on it and see it like this other matter that we see that represents 5% of our experience in this reality. Okay, so now that I've confused you thoroughly, I have another example of how they discovered that dark matter is actually a thing, that there's actually an unseen force, the force perhaps. So when they take pictures out there, when they're floating through the universe doing their space stuff, when they take a picture and they develop it, what they're seeing is they're seeing like a ring or a light that comes through, almost as if you were taking a picture from inside of a window. You know, if you take a picture and you're on the other side of the, like in your car or something, or looking out the window and you don't open the window and you get this reflection from the window being in between you and what you're trying to take a picture of. That's what's coming back in these pictures. They're seeing something that looks like they're looking through something. And so that is obviously very intriguing, and they don't really understand how it could be unless there is a fluid-like matter, right, that's actually influencing the light and changing the way that the light is coming through. And so I found that to be so interesting, because can you imagine, and I talked to this about Kira, looking at the space in between you and something. You think that there's nothing in between you and this other thing, but in actuality it's full. It's full of this dark matter that we can't see. That's why we can, like, you know, feel energy sometimes, because we can't see it, right? It's dark, it's unseen. So I thought that was really interesting as well. So, and then, okay, one other thing that I wanted to bring up, and then I'll quit rambling about science theories and I'll bring it back around to why I was so inspired to speak about it. Okay, so we talked about the gravitational force, we talked about the optical illusion of the lensing, and then there was another thing that I found so intriguing. Albert Einstein. Many scientists have also pointed out that the known properties of dark energy and dark matter are consistent with a cosmological constant, a mathematical band-aid that Albert Einstein added to his theory of general relativity to make his equations actually fit with the notion of the static universe. According to Einstein, that constant would be a repulsive force that counteracts gravity, keeping the universe from collapsing on itself. Einstein later discarded this idea, but now scientists are revisiting the idea of having this constant to add into the equation, which, you know, expands it and makes more sense as to the way that things are actually functioning in our system. So we see that the expansion of the universe is accelerating. Adding in dark energy as a cosmological constant could neatly explain how space-time is being stretched apart. But it still leaves them clueless as to what it is and how it came to be. There are even theories that say that this could be the suggestion of the existence of a hidden valley. I think that's funny. It makes me think of ranch, but they mean a parallel world made of dark matter having very little in common with what we know now. How interesting to think that scientists are even entertaining the idea of a parallel universe because they cannot explain ours. I think that is just yet another example, another synchronicity in our life to show us that this energy that we feel, that this divine connection, I get all excited, that we have is something that is also untangible, right, and can't be explained, but we know it to be evident. What are other things in your life that are unseen, but you know to be evident? Love, hope, faith, trust. These are all things, these are concepts, these are ideas in our head, emotions, thoughts, dreams. All of these things are not tangible things, but we know them to be true and to be real because we find them evident in our experience. So how cool that, science is looking into dark matter as their explanation for the way the universe is holding itself together. We could almost go as far as to say that dark matter is consciousness, higher consciousness, intention, Akash energy. It could be a combination of everything that is unseen to us. It could be where the Reiki energy comes through. It could be why, we have the ability to see and feel things or to have premonitions because we're connected to this web, right? This fluid-like web that's not just going around us, but going through us. And one day I do believe we'll be able to measure this scientifically, just like they eventually were able to measure the electromagnetic heart field. That's one of my favorite things too, because it's really, really consistent to know that if you're within 5 feet of somebody, your heart fields are touching and they're actually going into sync with each other. And then when you feel love towards somebody, it does affect their electromagnetic heart field. They've been able to measure this stuff now. Let me take a drink of water because I'm getting all excited and getting tongue-tied. Y'all like my cup today? Okay, so what do we know to be true, right? What do we really know to be true? We know that everything that holds mass has some particles, atoms in it. We know that science can now see in between them and see vibration and energy. The frequency between this is a magnetic communication, if you really think about it. It's a communication style that's saying, hold Krista's body part together because otherwise she'll fling apart, into nothingness as well. So in the same way that vibration can change the way that we communicate, the way that we feel, vibration changes the communication of our cells to each other. Like we spoke about with the pain gates, we can change the way that our body acts, right? So how is dark matter any different than faith and intention and love? And what about it being our hidden potential, right? That hidden valley, that untapped potential that we have within us that is just waiting to be big bang to come out and manifest into our world. So let me take a pause here and see what everybody's saying. Hi, Em. Hey, Elizabeth. Oh, they managed to observe dark matter. Are you talking about the CERN experiments, Winston? Because I was reading about those, and I'm not going to lie, my brain, it kind of stopped it after I got that deep into it. It would be annihilated by all the regular matter. Do you mean antimatter? Because I did see that too, and that was kind of confusing to me as well, because there's antimatter too that they're using, where they're putting them in annihilating each other, and that, what is it called, Padme? They have so many interesting names for all of the different experiments they're doing. Love is a conceptual knowing that until you experience it, you will know what it really is. Thank you, Jorge. That is a perfect example. I love the way that you said that too. Because yeah, how do you don't know until you experience it for yourself. It is a conception, an idea, right? And so what could we do if we really thought about the potential, the untapped potential of this dark matter that's flowing through us, right? This magnetic repulsion system that is manipulated by vibration and manipulated by thought and intention, and also connected to this divine higher energy that is always working with us and toward us and conspiring for our best good. So I would like to, hypothesize and deposit today that dark matter and dark energy really is the manifestation of this higher consciousness and all the spiritual energy that we feel on the daily, guys. And it could even be part of the reason why we experience so many synchronicities. We throw out this energy over here and the dark matter goes, whoop, sucks it up in this web, and then it comes back around full circle and it manifests in your life to show you, generally a lesson, or sometimes a reminder of, of being protected and being, always surrounded by the energy of love and being able to tap into it if we really want to, right? Because we can always tap into it and change our vibration and watch the ripple effect of that in our life. So what I want to do today before I run out of time. Hey Joe, hi Alyssa. Only way to flow throughout the dimensions is by raising the vibration. Yes, yes. And that's what I thought. That's why I thought it was so cool that the scientists were saying something along the lines of dark matter could be the key to a hidden valley or a parallel universe. Because I mean, that really is close to getting to saying that we are fully vibrational and we can ascend. And talking about the untapped potential is kind of what I felt like that was insinuating in the scientific wording. So let's think about the power we hold once we realize that, only 5% of this is actual matter and the rest is unseen matter, dark energy. It's all just vibration and flow. So, okay. So what I want to do today is I want to do a dark matter activation. I know it sounds kind of funny, but dark matter, obviously, as we know, isn't dark. It's not negative, right? It just means that we can't see it. So we're going to activate all of our hidden valleys, all of our unseen, untapped potential today, knowing that this permeates through our cells and through our whole body, and that when we set this vibration, we are going to manifest everything that we potentially have. We're going to create this big bang in our life. Let's use this dark matter and this dark energy, this unseen force, for what it's made for, right? Let's expand our consciousness. So, okay, so what I want you to think about, and everybody can do something different. You can think about, I want to have more love in my life. And we'll focus on sending that in, right? Or you could go as far as to visualizing your perfect life. Like if things came so easily to you, if you didn't have to struggle, if you knew and you had this life that you knew and you saw that the universe was conspiring to help you and that everything you put your hand to was blessed. That is what dark matter is for. So imagine that. That is the vibration that we want to bring in today. So let's take a few deep breaths. Up and out. And I want you to picture that. I want you to picture the idea of having no struggle, and let that wash over your body. Imagine it actually permeating your skin and going deep into your cells, into your DNA strand. Unlocking all of that hidden potential. Resetting our vibration to be a match for what we desire. To be a match for the intangible truths of love and abundance. And as you picture this washing over you, I want you to feel it go all the way down to your feet. And as it comes over your feet, I want you to imagine those roots coming out of your feet like a tree into the earth. We're going to ground this manifestation into the physical matter. We're activating this unseen matter of untapped potential, and we're going to ground it right into Mother Earth, into Gaia. And she's going to help us manifest that because she is part of this. And as you go throughout your day today, I just want you to be grateful for all of the matter that's in between you and the next thing you can see. All of the unseen things that you know that are at work in our lives. Let's let that gratitude wash over us as well. Because gratitude amplifies this, guys. It's a hack. When we give thanks and we're grateful, we lose resistance. And we create magnetism so much more quickly. So with the gratitude, let's add in our faith real quick. We know this is true. We know this to be evident in our life, right? Let's add in that faith to know that what we want and desire, we are worth having and manifesting. Okay. I know that was a quick one. Just let that kind of permeate for a little bit longer. I always feel the little tingles when I do that, when I go into that breathing, and I really focus on feeling that energy. I always get the little tingles. Tell me if you guys get that too. Sometimes I used to think that it was because I didn't breathe enough, and then I had bad circulation. Isn't that funny? They have a name for everything. Anywho, okay, so that about wraps it up for me today. I hope that I didn't thoroughly confuse everybody. I wanted to bring this into a spiritual aspect, obviously. I love looking up random new theories in science and then kind of having that moment where I'm like, oh my gosh, this correlates and corresponds with everything that I've been taught on a spiritual level to believe in, and everything that I've felt. And it's so cool to live in awe of being in a reality or being in a time where we're actually seeing this become a truth across every different type of belief, right? Because it's being proven. We're able to finally be as smart as our ancestors and utilize this energy for good. It's magical, isn't it? Yes, Rena. Thank you. I know. Rena's got such a strong energy too. Seth says anyone who aspires to greatness is special. Thank you, William. Thank you, Kara. Thank you, Jamie. Stacy, sending you love. I love the butterflies and the hearts. So I hope you guys take this with you today. I hope that the rest of your day, the rest of your week, that you can just like live in awe of this and let that sense of awe wash over you, and that sense of expectation of infinite possibilities and our untapped potential just coming to fruition. And I really hope that this just makes your week so much more enjoyable and helps you create more pleasure in your life as well. So bring your synchronicities next week. I can't wait to share with you how this transpires in my life this week, because I am going to actively apply this more in my life, so that I can be like the dog with his head out the window, right? Like I was telling you this, like, oh, just enjoy the ride with the expectation you're going to get there. Like, you know, how amazing is that? So I hope you guys have some great synchronistic events this week. Next week, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be talking, I'm just going to be pulling some cards. So I haven't figured out the format of how I'm going to do it. I might have groupings. I might pull individual cards, but be ready for some fun card pulls. I've got like 7 decks, y'all. Whew, I need to consolidate. I gotta consolidate. Whew. But if you like today's show, join us inside the secret group of the Akashic Academy. Skip your Starbucks for a couple days this month and stick your head out the window and feel the air and listen in on some of these awesome activations that we have inside the group, and other transmissions that Emily's bringing forward, and all the beautiful ceremonies that Nick hosts, the Hare Krishna ceremonies. They're so inspirational and devotional. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I invite you to join. And if you have any questions, you can ask me, and I will fill you in on the deets on that. So until next time, bye, everybody. I sure do love y'all. Have a great weekend. Mwah.